My name is Kaylin. I'm 28 years old. I live in a quiet neighborhood on the edge of Crestwood, a city where everyone assumes they know who you are, but very few actually do. To most people, I'm just another ordinary man, working a regular job, living a simple life, and minding my own business. What they don't know is that behind my calm smile and average apartment lies a past I've tried desperately to bury. A past that's anything but ordinary. Because the truth is, I used to be a billionaire, and my life was once wrapped in luxury, power, and secrets that could ruin everything if they ever came out. You see, my story isn't one of money alone, it's one of betrayal, loss, and the desperate attempt to become invisible in a world where everyone once knew my name. I was born into wealth I never earned. My family owned one of the biggest tech empires in the country. My father, a man of vision and steel, built everything from scratch. And by the time I was old enough to understand the world, he was already hailed as a genius billionaire. Reporters swarmed outside our gates. Every headline carried our name, and my childhood was anything but private. For outsiders, it looked like a dream life. But for me, it was a cage made of gold. Every move I made was watched, every word I spoke was judged, and every friendship I tried to build was tainted by one question. Did they like me or did they like my money? By the time I was a teenager, I was drowning in fake smiles and hollow conversations. I longed for something real, something untainted. But in my world, real didn't exist. When I was 21, my father's sudden death shifted everything. Overnight, the empire was mine, or at least that's what the paper said. The truth was far darker. Our family's fortune was under attack, our board members were vultures circling for control, and the media painted me as a boy unfit to carry a man's legacy. I fought for years, trying to prove myself, trying to believe that I could handle the billion-dollar empire I never asked for. But every battle drained me. I lost people I thought were loyal, I discovered betrayals hidden behind polished handshakes, and I realized that money had become both my crown and my curse. The final blow came from someone I trusted most, my own business partner, a man I considered family. He used my inexperience, manipulated contracts, and within months stripped me of power, leaving me with nothing but my name. And my name, once a symbol of wealth, became a target for shame and scandal. That's when I walked away. I disappeared, cutting ties with everything: my wealth, my status, my empire. I became Kaylin. Just Kaylin. No billionaire title, no headlines, just a man searching for peace. For years, I lived quietly, working at a bookstore, renting a small apartment, finding comfort in anonymity. I had friends who liked me for who I was, not for my last name. And for the first time, I felt free. But secrets have a way of catching up to you. One evening, as I closed the bookstore, a woman walked in. Her name was Ilara, smart, confident, and with eyes that seemed to see through walls. She wasn't there to buy books, she was there for me. "You're not who you say you are," she whispered, sliding an old newspaper across the counter. A picture of me on the front page from years ago. My heart froze. The past I'd buried was standing right in front of me, staring me in the face. Ilara wasn't an enemy. She was a journalist, chasing the story of the billionaire who vanished. She told me she wasn't interested in exposing me, but in understanding me. For weeks, she followed me, asking questions, peeling away the layers I had built around myself. At first, I resisted, terrified that if she revealed my truth, my quiet life would be destroyed. But slowly, I found myself opening up, telling her about the nights I cried alone in mansions, about the betrayals that stole more than money, about the loneliness of being surrounded by everything, yet feeling like nothing. She listened not with the greed of the world I left behind, but with genuine care. For the first time in years, I felt seen. Not as a billionaire, not as a headline, but as a man with scars. But just as I started to trust her, my past struck again. One of my old rivals, the very man who betrayed me, discovered where I was hiding. He showed up at my bookstore, smirking, reminding me that I could never truly escape who I was. He threatened to drag me back into the world I had run from, to ruin the fragile peace I had built, unless I agreed to sign away what little remained of my inheritance. My chest tightened, the fear of losing my freedom again almost breaking me. But this time, I wasn't the same boy who had been manipulated years ago. With Ilara's encouragement, I faced him head-on, refusing to bend. I realized that my past didn't have to control me, and that the power he thought he had over me was gone the moment I chose to let go of wealth as my identity. In the end, he left empty-handed, defeated by the strength he never expected me to find. Ilara kept my secret safe, choosing not to publish my story, but instead becoming part of it. And me, I remained Kalen, the man with the past no one would believe, but also the man who learned that sometimes the greatest fortune isn't measured in billions, but in peace, freedom, and the rare people who accept you for who you truly are. And yes, I once had a billionaire past, but that past no longer defines me. I define me. And in the quiet life I chose, I finally found what money could never buy: a chance to be real.